your life, over your family.
God is bringing
Over
out
all that concerns you.
my life. Oh, the best, the very best.
Yeah, yeah.
The best in my life. Oh, the best, the very best. The best in my life.
Let's go. When my life seems dark, He calls out the light. Even when I'm crying, I know He's working in the background to bring out the best in my life. You see, He's bringing out the best in my life. When I feel forsaken, Jesus is my best friend. Even in the tempest, I believe it's working for the best, 'cause He's bringing out the best in my life. I know He's bringing out best in my life. Yeah,
God is bringing out the best in my life.
Jesus is bringing out.
God is bringing out the best in my life. Oh, the best, the very best, the best in my life. Oh, the best, the very best, the best in my life.
When I'm sick, He heals me. From the chains, He sets me free. When I'm lost, He finds me. He's giving me what's best for me. 'Cause He's bringing out the best in my life. Jesus is bringing out the best in my life. When I cry, He comforts me. When I'm down, He lifts me up. When I feel like losing it, I'm reminded of His promises that He's bringing out the best in my life. Lord, You're bringing out the best in my life.
God is bringing out the best in my life.
Jesus, You're bringing out.
God is bringing
So
out
happy.
the best in my life. Oh, the best,
The very best,
the very best,
the very
the
best.
best in my life. Oh, the best,
the very
the very
best.
best,
Lord, You're
best
bringing
in my
out.
life.
LA's fine sunshine most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. Palm Tree Road, rent so low, don't you know? But I keep working my way back. But I'm a Jamaican boy who's born and raised. Nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York is home, but it ain't mine no more. I am myself to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I am my pride. I am said I.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? It is another Thursday. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. How is everybody doing this afternoon, this evening, good morning? On the door. It's another beautiful day in paradise. And yeah, man, I am here, and I am rocking. Yeah, I'm rocking. I'm ready to go.
Even say why.
You've got it locked into the most dynamic show. It is the Chris Whilby Show, the international show with Jamaican vibes, broadcasting live from Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, streaming live to Fit FM.
And they all became
your life, your music down there in Chilon in Jamaica. 96.7 Fit FM. Linkage Radio. New York City. CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. www.CaribbeanVibes, or you know what that is, Caribbean with a K, right? CaribbeanVibesRadio.com.
let me go.
We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube.
And I'm a man who don't like to.
It is a beautiful day. We have to give thanks to God for sparing our lives to be here. And you know, today it is Anything Thursday. And so, you know, when it's Anything Thursday, it's anything goes. We don't have any structure for today. Yeah? No structure at all. When you hear about Anything Thursday, we don't have no structure. We don't have no special music. We don't have no special anything Thursday. As long as it is worthy for airplay, we got it covered. Yeah? So what's on your mind? You can call me at 508-762-7621 anytime throughout the program. Give me a call, 508-762-7621. You can give me a call on WhatsApp too. Send me a message on WhatsApp. And I tell you, we have all kinds of things. Yeah. We have all kinds of things to discuss this evening. Those of you watching me on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and send the message out. Tell people that we are live and we are on the radio. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we're gonna be talking news this evening. And I might be doing a whole lot of talking. Probably we're going to play some music, but hey, it's mostly talk this evening. So if you want to talk, give me a call. 508-762-7621. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can call me. You can call me on WhatsApp, same number, 508-762-7621. Let's chat this evening. We want to talk politics. The elections is now behind us, and one party, as we know, is victorious. The Jamaica Labour Party going into their third term. So the third term has loaded, ladies and gentlemen. The third term has loaded for the Jamaica Labour Party. So I don't know. Anybody want to celebrate? I don't know. Anybody want to celebrate? Anyway, also in the news this evening, every year, and I would love to talk to you about this again. Every year, good evening to you, Mr. Shields, Mr. Alfred, how are you? Good to have you on board, man. Hey, you can give me a call, because your voice would be welcome in this debate here, Alfred Shields is a good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, and, when I told him that the Jamaica Labour Party, it's interesting, we had conversations. Very, very good friend of mine. Very, very good friend from years and years and years. We've been friends. And we talk politics when we get our chance. And leading up to the elections, I am a practical person, right? I want to believe that I am a practical person. And I try to go by the numbers. I have some people on the inside of the Jamaica Labour Party. Let me just be frank, right? And the numbers leading up to the elections were looking too wonderful, to be honest with you. At one point, the internal polls started to shift. And I said to Alfred, I said, Shields, I said, listen, man, we're going to lose it up. The Jamaica Labour Party going to lose. Him said to me, you're mad, man. You're mad. He's a man who never waver. We say your party going to lose. Him said, no. I said, listen, man. I'm getting some numbers from the inside. And they're starting to panic. And listen, I got some more information on that. And the reason why. When in politics, it's a numbers game. And a lot of people don't know that. It's a numbers game. And when you are doing your polls leading up to the election, and when you have some marginal seats that can swing either way, and when you look and you see you secure the crossover PMP, you secure the independents, and then you have some of your loyal supporters who you're supposed to be banking on and depending on, telling you a few days before election that them not go vote because rate it. And they were adamant and they were serious that they weren't going out to vote. And so many of them in those seats that could have swung the election either way. Because it only took a few of those seats, those marginal seats that would have swung the election. And that was what was happening leading up to the elections. Because a few weeks ago, the Jamaica Labour Party, according to my sources, they were guaranteed 35 seats. I said that here on this program, that there were, it's 35 seats and 5 more or less can go either way. But they were guaranteed 35 seats. But leading up to election, those 35 seats, at least, I want to say 3 or 4 of those 35 seats started to get shaky because not the independents, not the PNP crossover, but the labor rights, some enough labor rights in those seats were They were disgruntled. I put it no stronger than that. They were disgruntled. And trust me, elections are won on the day. No matter what I hear people say about the polls. Because people had to get up off them, you know what, and work those constituencies. Like, work those constituencies. When I say work, I mean they had to work them. However you want to think about it, they had to work those constituencies in order to bring home those disgruntled Laborites. And that is what happened. Why some of those marginal seats ended up in the Labour Party column. So that's the story about some people who were very confident. I mean, kudos to you. But when you're playing the numbers game, when you're on the inside, it is a completely different story. And let me tell you something. I hear that they panicked. Yeah. You remember I told you that when I heard the Prime Minister on the stump, the final night, when he mentioned the minimum wage and the $35,000, that he was gonna bring it up to 32,000 rather. I told you it was a mark of desperation. I said it, and I told people, I said it was, and they were seeing numbers. I did not, at the time, I did not know about that. I had no idea. I had no scoop yet, but I got the scoop later. That, hey, listen, man, they were seeing red. They were seeing orange blowing across the... And so the panic was setting in for real. No joke about it. The panic was setting in. But eventually, they pulled it off. So for all the Laborites, I want to say congratulations. The third term has loaded, and it is what it is. Sure what? Shield says sure, Laborite. Yeah, good evening to you, Sister Pat and Lornet Paul. Good evening to you. Sister Shireen, good evening to you. How are you? All right, so for my hot topic this evening, my friends, I would love to hear from you. Every year, we go into, when school reopen, we go into school with children getting locked out of school. And I'm not a fan of that at all. I am not a fan of locking the students out of school. You're putting their lives in danger when you do that, right? And a lot of it, I don't know. We've just been back and forth with this nonsense for so long, where we hear about rules in schools, and we're hearing about, and everybody who watch my show, they know where I stand on that. I believe that rules are supposed to, people are supposed to follow rules, right? I have no problem with that. I'm not a rebel. I don't encourage people to break rules. I don't encourage, especially children, to not follow rules in schools. Whatever the rules are, I would love for you to follow the rules. My problem is some of the rules that are being made. Some of the rules that are being made, my friends, they are nonsensical. They are ridiculous. They make absolutely no sense whatsoever. And we one of the schools the band edges, you know, that thing that they put at the front of the hair, right? The debate over school. I'm going to read from the Jamaica Star right now, or is it the Gleaner? It says here, yeah, it's a Star. The debate over school grooming policies has intensified following confirmation. Let me see if I can, let me share my screen with you so that you can follow along with me, those of you on social media. All right, let me see if I can share my screen with you so that you can follow along with me. So, right, let me see if I can share my screen with you. So, schools defend ban on edges. The debate over school grooming policies has intensified following confirmation that some institutions, including St. Andrew High School for Girls, have banned the styling of edges, a popular hairstyle. Jennifer Williams, president of the Association of Principals and Vice Principals, said the measure is intended to maintain neatness, noting that hair gels used to create the look often dry into a white substance, creating a flaky appearance that can make students appear dirty on the road. It comes across as if the hair was not washed, when that is not the case. The product itself makes the students look untidy. The move comes amid broader discussions on how schools should enforce discipline. The Education Ministry has repeatedly cautioned administrators, right, against locking students out for dress code violations, stressing that once children arrive on campus, schools act. Schools act in loco parents, which means the place of a parent. Okay. At the same time, principals insist they are acting within established rules and are simply ensuring standards are upheld. However, Keeve Ingram, who is also the principal of the Queen's School, told the Star that the ban on edges was not sudden and that parents were advised months in advance. Parents were informed from June last year, and reminders were sent out in July, reports said. On the first day of school, the girls came with their hair neatly done and groomed. We do not see a problem. She added that the restriction is aimed at keeping students focused. Girls spend time in the mornings fixing edges and arrive late, or in between classes, they leave to redo them. We want them to concentrate on their education. All right, and then it went on to say that the ban on edges in a series of grooming restrictions across Jamaica schools, administrations, blah blah blah, whatever. All right, so they lock the students out of school because of that. There is also another one on social media where a student from Yellas High School in St. Thomas was sent home because she had braids in her hair. And as far as I'm concerned, I saw absolutely nothing wrong with the braids in their hair. And I want you to hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that people are not supposed to follow rules. I'm saying that a lot of the rules that they are making makes absolutely no sense. The young lady who was sent home, who was locked out of school, let's see if I can find that one also. I can show it to you. Her hair, I didn't see anything wrong with it. But according to the rules, they say no braid. Now, if you go by, and I want you to hear me out for a moment, if you think about all the different hairstyles that are banned in Jamaica, it is mind-boggling. It goes from the extreme to the mundane. I mean, like, the simplest of hairstyle can be banned in Jamaica. So every school make up a different set of rules. There is no standard rules across. And I don't, if we do not have rules in society, we end up with chaos. I know that. I am not dumb, I'm not stupid. We have to have rules. But there also needs to be a balance. We can't just arbitrarily making up rules. We can't just be making up rules. Every school you go just have a different set of rules. And it's just, some of them makes no sense. And I hear people say, rules are rules and you must follow rules. Do we remember that back in the 80s, the 70s, 80s, and maybe early 90s, Rastas were not allowed to wear their dreadlocks in school? Do we remember that? That was a rule. So rules are rules and rules must be followed. I see a lot of that on social media. The thing is, rules must make sense when you're making the rules. And I do not believe that some of these rules make absolutely any sense at all. And I hear they're saying that some of them are distracting. Now, what is more distracting than a teacher standing in front of the class in a tight pants or a tight skirt, hugging her body, showing up all her curves? That's more distracting as far as I'm concerned than some of the hairstyles that they're making and saying that the students not to wear. I kid you not. Hello, good evening. You're live on the radio. Hello?
Chris Will?
Yes. What's this?
I remain nameless.
You remain nameless. You're live on the radio. Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm all right.
Just want to take up on something that prior to this dialogue. Hello?
Yes, man. Go ahead. I'm hearing you.
You were saying that JLP1, right?
Yes.
But I would say no, that JLP did not win.
What did they do?
They
Explain.
lost.
Are they not going to be forming the government?
But they were already the government.
Yeah, but when
They're not winning anything.
I am at a
They're
loss. I'm at a loss.
Huh?
Explain to me, because I am not following.
Okay. They're incumbents, so they're not challenging anybody. They're being challenged, so they didn't win anything. They were just returned to be in the government because guess what? They went to the election with 49 seats. So they're defending 49 seats. PNP went inside there with 14. That's a 5-to-1 ratio. They lost, the JLP lost 14 seats, which by extension PNP won 14 seats. The PNP did not lose a single seat.
No, I have seen.
So who lose and who win?
Well, I have seen some of that going around on social media, and I
I didn't know that was going around. That's what I extrapolated.
Yeah, but you're not the
from
first.
the same night.
You're not the first person to bring that. No, How do I respond to that? Okay, so
They didn't win. They
No,
didn't
no.
win because they're incumbent.
no, no, no. Hold on a minute. Let's back up for a minute.
Mm.
Remember, when there's no incumbency when you are running for when an election is called. Remember that when an election is called, Parliament is dissolved, and you have
Right, but they
no.
don't
But hang on a
switch
second. Let me
parties.
just
They don't switch.
let me just explain. No, no.
seats.
Well, just let me just explain something. So you have you go into the elections with 63, right?
Right, 63 seats.
63, oh, hold on. 63 candidates. After the election is called, there are these members of parliament. They are not really members of parliament anymore. So I get where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. But it's as if they all start back at zero because they are now candidates. All of them are now candidates. So the PNP and the JLP are even. And it's funny, because this is the first election that I'm hearing this kind of convoluted nonsense. Because we have had elections over the years where one party is in government and they pick up seats. And we have never heard anybody say that the incumbent lost while they regain government. This is the first time in the history of politics anywhere in the world that I'm hearing this. And we have to get out. Voila, we have to get out.
The first time.
We have
It's
to
the
get.
first time to everything, and also we have been looking at things through traditional ways.
Yeah, but
When
the
you cut through- when you
PNP,
cut through,
the
the
Jamaica
ways-
Labour Party won the election. I can't argue this kind of because this thing, to me, my brain can't wrap around this thing because
and
the-
I understand.
yeah, because if the PNP were in the JLP's position, I still would have said, hey, listen, if they were the government and according to you guys, they retained, they won the election. That's how it is even in the
They didn't-
United
and
States.
again- and
Even
again,
in the
Chris,
United
I'm-
States of America, isn't that how it is?
Chris, I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah,
The
you
JLP
can.
didn't win anything. The JLP lost
Yeah,
something.
okay. I mean, if it makes
They
you
lost
feel
14
better,
They lost 14. They
if
lost
it makes you
14
feel
seats. And it's
better,
not even like-
I agree
hold on,
with
hold on.
you. I
It's not
agree
even
with
like it's not even like the PNP had a net gain. The PNP had a gross gain, meaning that they didn't lose any.
So they
They
won the
lose
election.
any.
So the PNP won the
And-
election.
The PNP won.
The election.
The JLP lost.
So
Lost.
so who is forming the government?
The government was the incumbent government was returned, but they lost. They're in the last column. They lose. PNP didn't lose
Oh
anything.
my God.
There was nothing there for the PNP to lose.
Okay.
The PNP won.
So
I'm saying to you, they didn't lose not even one-
so
they didn't
hold up.
lose not even one
So you're
seat.
saying
Chris,
so
they didn't
so
even
by
lose
your
one seat.
so by your argument, there is absolutely no way the PNP could have lost this election.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, but that's what you're saying. As long as they
no.
gain, no.
Chris, I didn't say
Your
that.
argument, no, but stick up in. Your argument is that they lost. So in other words, the only way in your argument the PNP could have lost the election was if they had lost some of their seats and gone down from 14 to say 13 or 12. That's the only way in your argument is that they would have lost. Because as long as they gained some seats, they would not have lost. Because if they had, if they had,
no matter how you want to cut it, and I understand your argument that Parliament dissolved.
no, it's not a matter of understanding my argument. It's just a logical reasoning.
There's still an incumbency, and we know that by America, when you go into election in America, congressperson. Let's say you're a congressperson where you are. It is the same way. There's don't dissolve, but he is a candidate.
Yep.
Or she's a candidate. In your case, he or she's a candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that's where the term incumbency come in. And so the JLP was incumbent in 49 seats. They're defending 49 seats. The JLP, the PNP is a challenger because they're the one who was not in power. So they're challenging the JLP. They challenged them, and they double their seat count from 14 to 28, and they lost none.
All right, I hear it.
The JLP lose.
All right,
as an incumbent government party going there, you want to spin it, they lose.
Let's
won.
let's ask you. Let's switch gears. I'll ask this comparison. All right, if we're in America, right? And say we're coming up on the midterms, right? In 2026.
Right.
The Republicans are now in power.
Right.
If
they're old Congress, yeah.
Right, they control Congress. And if the Democrats, they control Congress by, I think, about 5 seats. I don't quote me on that. But slim margin. So if the Democrats gained 2 seats, but the Republicans still retained Congress, you would say the Democrats won?
Yeah, because they didn't lose anything.
Man, come out here. Man, go on your bed, man. Go on your bed. Because I don't know where I want to come from with them kind of argument.
No. Look here.
Listen me, man. It's nonsense. And I'm telling you, it is nonsense.
It's hard for you to swallow because we've all looking things
it's not hard. It is just nonsensical. It's not a logical argument.
Okay.
It's not a logical argument. I have never heard this kind of nonsense until this election in Jamaica, where people are claiming...
Chris, there's a first time to everything, and even with nonsense, there's a first time to every nonsense until it makes sense. They hit you one day and say, you know what? All right. But anyway, let's move on. So anyway, I was saying to you how he was still there, but move on another way. So the PNP went inside there with 49 seats, so, and I said 4-to-1 ratio, 5-to-1 ratio.
Right.
No.
They double the seat count.
Sorry. 7 to 14 to 7 to 9. I know, a 3.5. My apologies. They went in there with a 3.5 to 1 ratio. They came out with a 1.25 ratio to 1. So they lose 2.75. No, 2.25 ratio. Okay, so just crunch the figures a little more.
What?
And hold on, and the voter turnout, of course, we know was like 38.8 something. Let's run it up onto 39 at best. They didn't cross over 39. Okay.
Yeah.
39, and that reflect a 1% increase over 2020.
Yeah.
And that was a COVID era election. And the voter turnout only went up by 1%.
Right.
And the PNP won 15 seats. And the PNP got more seats. This time got more votes in terms of the vote count. The PNP got more votes this time around than the JLP got 2020.
And the JLP got more votes than they got in 2020.
No, the JLP, let's go. The PNP got more votes
than the JLP. So both of, in other words, both of them increased their vote count.
The JLP got less than the PNP.
Right.
Increase than in 2029.
Right.
2020. I was in 2029.
But JLP still won the popular vote.
Did they?
Yeah, JLP still won the popular vote.
But do you realize a party can win popular vote? It can happen in Jamaica like here, you know. It can win popular vote.
Yeah, it has happened in Jamaica. It has happened in Jamaica before.
Right.
But
And
GLP,
lose
but
and
GLP
not-
won the popular vote. I don't have the figures here with me. I think it's 403 to 413 or something like that. But the GLP won the popular vote, so I understand both of
How
them
much did they increase it?
increased.
But the increase was lower
Right.
than the PNP.
Right, that is true. You're absolutely correct. The PNP got more votes than the GLP got, but the GLP still got more votes than they got the last time around too. So both of them increased their volume share because the contest was more evenly divided. The PNP, remember, you have to remember, that in Jamaica, the PNP base is normally bigger than the JLP's base. So when the PNP is united, they are going to come out. I was looking for a loss, to be honest with you. I was looking for the JLP to lose the election. But because I know that the PNP was more united, then they were very organized and all of that. But the GLP managed to scrape through, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they managed to scrape through just like 2020 when he came with this August, September surprise.
So
Bombshell surprise that's saying gonna
and
increase,
September
so-
and 2020 was a fluke election, That election
Increase. Right,
wasn't really.
But that last minute thing that he did in 2020, he came back with the same thing, and that kind of like that. People think money, and so we want to increase the minimum wage. But I tell you something, Chris.
Yes.
If you didn't think about it, Mr. Golden's proposal of increasing the threshold for people to pay no taxes is actually better than doubling the minimum wage. Because Honest did not say that in doubling the minimum wage you're not going to pay any more taxes. It just says they're going to double the minimum wage.
Yeah, but he has been
Which
saying.
will change your tax bracket and you're going to pay taxes.
Yeah, but remember, there hasn't been an increase in taxes over the last. I'm not defending the government. I'm just stating facts
No,
here.
no. I'm
Yeah,
talking
so-
about independent PNP.
so-
I'm
right,
just saying,
so the-
looking at it, because, wouldn't you be better off if you are whatever was the minimum wage there and then bump it up some more?
But who's gonna
benefit?
benefit?
Increase the minimum wage and pay tax.
Yeah, but who's gonna benefit from the threshold moving up to whatever? Because a lot of people in Jamaica don't really pay income tax,
Right, but for those who are paying, it is
Right.
for those who are paying. But hear this again, Chris.
Yeah.
You and I know that the minimum wage is not only applicable to government workers, which the government of
Oh, it's across the board.
minimum wage is nationwide.
It's
Everybody
across the
who
board,
employed,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, everybody.
Right. So listen to this. If you increase the threshold for not paying taxes, that's not going to businesses, because the business is not going to pay out any more money. Just that the government will get less revenue. When you increase the minimum wage, that's gonna hit businesses.
Yeah, but
So now Ria and Nev, you have to pay twice the amount for the minimum wage.
no, but here's a kicker.
So that's why I don't know if you have been hearing what I've been hearing, that the PSOJ give up a sound already. So think carefully about this double minimum
Of course,
wage.
I said that when I heard. Listen,
that
here's
you brought about.
my first reaction. Here was my first reaction. I kid you not, and my wife is listening, so I can't
Hello,
I
wifey.
can't tell no lie. My first reaction when I heard it the night, I said to my wife, "This sounds like desperation. This
It
makes no sense."
It did it last time.
But here is the thing. No, but here is the thing. After, and I was upset. I really was upset. I turned off the television. I turned off the because I'm like, this sounds like desperation. I don't want to hear nothing more. These politicians, they're all just full of hot
Yeah,
air.
political gimmicks.
But here is what happened now. After I listened to the entire, because I didn't listen to the entire thing because I was so upset when I heard it. So, after I listened to the entire thing and the whole breakdown, then I understand what's going. Because look here, if in 2020 or even 2016 we were told that the government was going to move the minimum wage from what, $6,000 to $16,000, most of us would have run him away now. So what he said, and I want you to take everything into context. What he said was he was going to move it from 16.5 it is, I think, to 32,000 by the end of this term. So it is not going to.
I think he said in increments. In
increments, right? So it by the end of the 5 years. No, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you expect the minimum wage to still be at $16,000 after 5 years?
I don't, and I'll tell you why. Because what he proposes is based on speculation. That's going to happen and that's going to happen. It's kind of like in football here.
No, he did make a commitment. He did make a commitment. Don't skip over that. He did make a commitment that he's going to, in the first budget, and people are going to hold him accountable to that. In his first budget, he's going to move it from 16,000 or 16,005 to 18,000 or 18,005, something of the sort. I don't remember the exact. I don't really that Jamaica, but
it's going to be increments. I'm
right.
saying I know that.
Right. So that's the first budget. Now, if you look at it and if you work it out over 5 years, you can see where inflation is going to rise, and people are going to want an increase in their pay, and it is going to increase. You know, the funny thing about it is, Isaac Buchanan, who won in Portland.
Eastern Portland. Yeah.
Right. He's on record saying the minimum wage, I kid you not, should be, guess how much him say it should be. Before the Prime Minister come out and say this, because the people, you know how it go, people go back and dig up things and place and play it. And
no, I can't guess.
$40,000. He said nobody in Jamaica should not be going home with less than $40,000 per week.
But he's correct. But the operative word there is should. Oh, God knows that's going to happen.
Yeah, but
he's right.
I understand you.
Remember, let me ask this question.
Remember, hold a minute. Before you ask me the question.
Based on Oldness's proposal and calculation, what is it gonna? What is the minimum wage gonna top off at?
I don't know. Okay. But
but Chris, what I'm saying is, I don't think it's gonna pass over the 45 threshold that Mark Goldstein was going to rise. So Chris, this is one scenario for you. You are a businessman, right? In Jamaica, and the minimum wage is whatever it is there. And people, it doesn't mean that people still don't pay taxes, right? Do they pay taxes? Because if you work hourly, that is different than if you work in salary, right? And then overtime, so you may pay some taxes.
Right.
Okay. I am the prime. I say I'm gonna raise a threshold for you, for whatever it is, whatever the threshold is that you're not taxable. I'm gonna raise that. It's not gonna cost you, Chris, as a businessman, anything. But when I increase the minimum wage, it's gonna cost you. You will now have to shell up more money, but it's your business.
I understand.
That's what I'm saying to you.
And listen,
the threshold does not affect you.
I get.
So only government may affect, can get less revenue. And you talk about people.
Here's the thing.
All this stuff is about inflation and so forth. You're correct, but you know what? People, especially in Jamaica, living now. You're not thinking about inflation. I'm not thinking about right now. my spending power is dirt and I need to increase. Because guess what? We have had inflation since 2020. Since 2020, we have had inflation. So when I talk about 5 years from now, inflation over here, I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
And
but
if Mark Golding people was a government and an institute that no people say more money in their paycheck.
yeah, but they never. But you know the funny thing
And
about
and was a
you know the funny
businessman
thing
who cost
about
you
your
nothing more.
because I don't want it to sound like I am defending the government and you are
No,
defending
you're
PMP
not.
because I don't want it
we're
to be.
reasoning-
But here's the
no,
thing.
You're,
No, but
we're reasoning two issues.
all right. But here is the thing.
Two proposals.
Here is the thing about it, and that's why I don't want. Here's the thing about that because Mark Golding never said how soon he was going to do that either.
Andrew Holness never said
So-
how soon he was going to do that either.
Andrew Holness said his first budget is going to begin raising the minimum
When is
wage.
his first budget?
Huh?
When is his first budget? Next year.
Yeah, every year you have a budget.
If Mark Golding was the
Every year.
was the government on the same thing. It'll be next year.
No, the thing about it, Mark Golding never made that commitment. Andrew Holness made that commitment. You understand what I'm saying? No, as we say,
Why do you think because Andrew Holness made that thing in going to deliver? What make you think so? I'm just
Because-
saying, what make you think that because him say it? You know,
Here,
politicians
no, here's
are-
no. But here's the thing
who
about
with that.
here is the
They
thing
say
about
things,
it, and that is why. Listen,
and then
I
once you're in,
listen what
a different ball game.
you ask a question, and you're putting me in a position now to defend Andrew Holness because, and I don't necessarily want to do that on the radio.
No, if you have to make your point.
No, but
I understand why you do it.
all right. You ask me what makes me believe that because he said he's going to do it. And
Right.
if I should answer that question, my answer would be because he has delivered on almost everything that he has promised so
operative
far.
word is almost. You know, there's a song called Almost
I
Persuaded.
hear you.
That
So
song that they,
no, but if somebody has a
sing in church,
reputation,
almost persuaded, but not.
but if somebody has a
Almost.
reputation, there is absolutely no government that is going to deliver every single thing that they promise. But if you
Right,
have
so
a
I'm saying to
government,
you, it is that they say it.
yeah, but
They
what
know darn well
the
they're not gonna
point
be able to do it, but I'm saying say that's the point I'm making.
the
So
point
what
I'm trying to
saying
make,
is
deal.
it can apply to this, and also Chris, you know the whole thing that past success is no guarantee for future gain.
That's true.
So because you're doing is no guarantee that you will do it again.
That's
What I'm saying,
true.
you can't
That's
use it
also
as
true.
Especially when it comes to politicians.
That
I'm
has
saying,
that is true. But here is the thing about human beings. If you have somebody who tells you that they're going to do something, somebody in your family, for example, who you trust because every time they tell you that they're going to do something, they do it. Chances are you are going to trust that person if the person tell you, say, them are going to do something.
a resounding
So-
yes. But you know something, Chris?
So, yeah.
We have known how people play games because they trust me.
I understand that, and I'm not saying no. You have a point,
You know, you can play games with them. So
Right.
they trust me, so I'm going to believe and accept it.
and you have a
therefore I
point.
can shade
But
it
guess
as I
what?
go along.
But guess what? Here's the thing now. Andrew Holness is in government right now. He's the prime minister. So we will see. It's not something that what if we will see if he's going to hold up his end of the bargain. He said that
You
he was
bet.
going to do it. So
I am being absolutely right about that. I'm
So
being
we will see.
absolutely
There's
vigilant
so there's
and
no
so forth. But one more thing though before I go hold up. 2 weeks ago you raised an issue that I couldn't get through to you because realized that you had changed your phone number and you just say to you that your the new number you have, you're saying it too fast. So I try my best to capture like 4 times around before I could capture the number. So go a little slower.
508-762-7621. Okay, my brother.
No, don't run it like that. Break it down in 3. 508. Whatever is the rest, and then the rest.
You what? You not watch me on YouTube?
No, but Chris doesn't really watch from me.
No, I'm asking you. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just asking you.
No, I didn't
Oh,
do
okay.
down because I listened to it fresh. But sometimes
the
you
radio.
say
Okay.
yes, number could be it. But I was in that mindset to go to YouTube and do it. But I'm saying while you're on here now, break it down because at the end of the day, that's how people going to
Yes,
reach
man,
the
that's true.
number.
I agree
So
with you.
I'm just
I hear that
suggesting,
complaint all the while, and I don't know why I keep browsing over it.
yeah,
I hear
just
that
break it
complaint.
down and
So,
repeat.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Say
My bad.
at least 3 times.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the issue I want to raise with you 2 weeks ago, you asked the question. You said you can't understand, and the way you express yourself, it was very mind-boggling.
Yeah. I do that
Why?
sometimes.
Eh?
I do that sometimes.
Right, yeah, but yeah, you do it many times. Like
Yeah.
it beats you. The way you express yourself, like it beats the hell out of me. Why you can't understand why? And the thing was, you're saying why people if you go, I think it was a conversation you're having with someone, yeah, and
Yeah.
you ask him why, even though the government is doing such and such, and I agree with you that the government is doing so and so forth. And at the end of the thing, I'm still saying now, vote for government, you want to vote for the PNP. Remember that was it?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Clearly.
And my thought there and then was said, yes, it can happen, Chris, because you know why?
Mm.
Because better can be done.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Better can be done. And because you have done this and you have done that,
Mm-hmm.
better can be done. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of things that has been done by Andrew, it's better. It doesn't mean that what the PNP did was bad. It's better because a lot of things were done by the PNP that was good. The road whole thing, and the highway thing, instead of motion, the debt to GDP ratio, it was set by Portia Simpson, and them hold the government to it to make sure it happened. Marky G wasn't afraid to say it because saying it in a debate and otherwise, I was saying to myself, wow, he's giving JP credit for doing this. But what he's saying is that we put it down and lay it down, and it was good, the right thing to do, and hold the government to it, and it materialized. And he's saying that we can do things. That's why their mantra is time come for a better life. Better.
Yeah. Well,
better is
you said that.
Better best.
You said time come for a better life.
Bad better.
It's
good. Better best.
You said time come for a better life.
Better. Eh?
You said time come for a better life. Me never hear them say that.
But that's a slogan.
No, them say time come.
No. They just cut it short. It's time come for a better life.
No, but me never hear that part.
Yes.
Me hear time
If you
come.
listen
Listen,
if you
that's
listen
all
to
me
what
hear throughout.
I've heard the ads voiced by Marky G.
Yeah.
Time come for a better life.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's based
Oh,
on.
no, that you're saying it. I mean, I
Yeah,
hear
you
it.
couldn't just say time come for what?
But that's what all. That's what you say, my brother. How many people? That's all them hearing now.
What I'm saying to you, Chris, the better life is there, but it's just that maybe for some reason they don't say it as often as they should. And
Yeah,
also
but-
because the campaign song is just that, time come. But it's time come for a better life.
Oh, I hear you.
A better life, that's what they're saying. We can give you a better life. You need you deserve a better life.
Okay. All right, deal. Thank you very much,
Better
brother.
Life says good, better, best is not bad, best. Or bad, good. Good, better, best. So, okay, things may be good, but we can do better.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for engagement.
Yeah, man. No problem, man. I appreciate the call, my brother.
Yeah, man. That's the thing, man. But PNP is going forward very, very potent. They just need to be disciplined
All right.
and be on their feet and don't make any gaps and so forth. And I'm good to go.
All right, comrade.
No. Never. But you know what, Chris? It's funny. Whenever I talk like this on the PNP's power, I hear some labor right.
All right.
So I get it from both. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
good
well,
to
no,
go.
no
Good.
problem.
That's all right.
No, me
So
get it.
if-
Listen,
if
no,
so you want
listen.
It doesn't make me that.
Me get it. I get it from both ends, because sometimes when me bash the Jamaica Labour Party, some people say me a comrade, Me get it even on social media, I get it, Some people cuss me, say me a
But guess
comrade.
what? That's their cop out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But
whenever
that.
something stare them in the face, they always throw you under the bus by saying you're the other side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
I don't
I'm
pay
just
them mind,
messing
that
with you,
doesn't
though.
define me.
I'm just messing with you, though. You know that.
No, I know.
Yeah, okay.
I know. So I don't pay it in mind. When people say things that does not that's not me. I don't worry about it because I know who I am.
All right. Take it
I know
easy.
who I'm not. So I'll just make it go slide like water off a duck's back.
All right, my brother.
All right. Take care.
Respect. All right. Interesting call there from Dale. All right. So if anybody want to counter what Dale had to say, uh, if you want to counter what Dale had to say, you can give me a call 508-762-7621. 508-762-7621. All right. And go back to Dinatra. This one here, Minister Dinatra. Yeah, use.
Lord, I thank you for.
Now this one here is thank you. I'm gonna play Use Me later on. Right? 508-762-7621.
I thank
508-762-7621.
you give to me each day.
We're talking current affairs. We're talking politics.
Abundant of
We're
joy.
talking school rules. Whatever it is that's on your mind, you can call me 508-762-7621.
In faith. And the trials have made it true.
508. You can call me on WhatsApp, 508-762-7621.
And I made
508-762-762. DLC, I must call out the number very often. So 508. Linkage Radio Massive. Big up on yourself. 508-762-7621.
Lord, I thank you for the many times you carried me through my strife. I long for with each passing day. Lord, I thank you for your tolerance and the love that never ends. Oh, glad I am that you are born. I thank you for the holy word, the spell.
Good evening. You're live on the radio.
Good evening. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good evening, good topic, and good evening to your listeners. My name is Al Jam, and as I'm listening,
Mr.
and as I
Jam.
spoke to,
Big up yourself,
Yeah.
brother.
yes, I spoke with in terms of the political structure of Jamaica.
Yes.
We should change the coat of arms. It says, out of many, we are one, but we should change to say, out of many, we are divided. And we are still running. I don't believe that in terms of the two-party system with less than 3 million people, there should be two parties in government. There should be representative of each parish, and then the president, who is also voted by the entire population. There's no political divide, but each parish would be run by a governor that runs his constituent, and he would be on that board of directors along with the president, and the president cannot do anything unless the total board of directors exercise their democratic principle to vote upon that. Too often, because of the colonized way of running 3 million people, we have been stuck in that system for too long. In addition, we need to also rewrite the Constitution of Jamaica, because in the Jamaican Constitution is still, under the government of the British Commonwealth, in the Constitution of Jamaica. As a result, the two-party system is a system that was set up, and in the so-called independence in 1962, we're still under the tutelage of England with a Governor General, and as a way, in essence, we're not really truly independent. And that's why they said the colonized way is to divide the people and conquer. And until we can get rid of that one two-party system, we'll continue to not look at the issues of infrastructure, healthcare, as you were talking about, job opportunities and so forth, and the growth of the island. It's less than the amount of people on Long Island, 3 million people. So that two-party system is a system that keeps us divided, and it's blocking progress of Jamaica.
Yeah, I hear you, my brother. So, quick question though. But, what would be under that scenario? Would there be elections?
Yes, there will be election in each parish for their governor, and it will be an island election that represents the president of the country. Where then now that president, as I stated earlier, would be part of a board of directors, and each member of that board of directors represents each parish. There's no party like JLP. There would be any party, but you have a board of director that's running the entire island, and each parish then with his governor could still have his constituents to vote, like deputies of running areas in each parish and so forth, and where the folks that would in that parish would vote their governor. And as a result, that governor would be on the board of directors to run the country. And because when you look at the real life situation, we have more in common than not. But the two-party system, there's a thing called egocentrism, which means that people always feel that their group is the better group. Okay, when in reality, each party represents the needs of the people: food, clothes, shelter, health, school, education, and so forth, right? That everybody needs. But unfortunately, with the two-party system, we tend to look at party instead of issues of what the quality of life that's needed in each area can be focused on more. This is, and it's a system that do work, you see. But the two-party system business is dividing the people up too much.
That system...
I'm not saying it's going to solve every problem. There will still be issues that has to be dealt with on the island. But the structure of the government, it can be run as a non-party system where then you don't have a JLP or a PNP. You have a board of director that run, and each parish is run by that governor who's part of that board of directors.
Has that system ever been tried anywhere in the world? Do you know?
Yes, there are governments like where that system, you may look at it like it's not a dictator where you have a king or so, but it's run by the people. It's still democratic principles would still run, because the people would still vote for a president that represents everybody. Okay, and in each parish, the people would still vote for their representative.
But they would have to overhaul the whole constitution and bring in a new thing, start from scratch. Why, my brother? It sounds good, but...
well, you see, the thing is, we're comfortable in what we are brought up to learn and see. But the thing is, as I said, that principle of governing was given to us by our slave masters. Yeah. Okay? And we're blind to it because we're so used to run on automatic of not realizing that there are other ways of running people. Yes. And you talk about taxes. Taxes is not something bad. It's just that it's something that can also assist the country in taking care of the infrastructure and so forth. But the key about that is that we would need good management and priority of those money. And there will always be corruption, in any governmental system. But the management of that corruption is what's so important in terms of, integrity and trust and, loyalty to the people, because government is public servant. And we, the people, the people always, in the democracy, the people have the power, not the government have the power. You see, because we're public servant as politicians, they're public servant. It's not the other way around.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much for the call.
Well, just wanted to put that in. It's kind of hard for some people to wrap it around. I always have disagreement with people, but it's something for to look at, to the structure of them. So the court of arms that we say, out of many, one people, we're not one people. Blessed love, my brother. Good topic. And again, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, man. Blessings, Mr. Aljan.
Blessed.
Full and true, it's a plan you made and a gift that's keep me close to you. But most of all, I thank you, Lord, because you're God, you are my King. I will praise you till the day I die. My heart will forever sing. I will always love you, Lord. Lord, I thank you for the many times you carried me through my strife. I long for with each
Minister Denatra, thank you.
Lord, I thank you for your tolerance and your love.
Distributed from the Better Love Entertainment
Oh, glad I
of the 2 times rhythm.
am that you
Pick up yourself for Better Love. What's happening, sis?
Lord, I thank you for the
I'll play another one from Minister Denatra. In the meantime, if you want to give me a shout out here, I would love to hear what you have to say on the school here thing, and they keep locking the students out of school and all of that. 508-762-7621. 508-762-7621.
and your love will never end. Oh, glad I am.
You are live on the radio. Good evening.
Quickly, Chris.
Yes.
I've heard 1 second from it during this thing though.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard Aljam made that point over and over.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry, it's a breakup. I've heard Aljam, the caller before, make that point over and over and over.
Yes.
But as you rightfully said, you have to change the whole political structure to get that. What I hear saying is that, well, we need to, we would have an executive president like we have in the United States and like Guyana, where the president is elected standalone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So anybody could run for president.
Right.
And then you would have to have the legislator, because now you have an executive situation.
Mm-hmm.
And now, of course, you're going to have a legislative, which we call parliament. So they will be elected standalone too. So the lack of governor thing that he's talking about, because it'd be like counties, like we have county executive.
Right.
Because in essence, Jamaica is the parishes in Jamaica is kind of likened to counties. In fact, counties in Louisiana are called parishes. They don't use the word county there, parishes. So it will be likened, so each parish should have an executive, which means that they would have to have their own their own parish council, now known as parish municipalities. So there's an office there for the parish. But when it comes to taxation, how would that go? When it comes to services, how would that go? Because when you
Would there be a central government? Because
it can't be anymore. Exactly, it can't be a central government anymore.
Right. So it's
You have,
every
because you have
parish.
because you have an executive president.
So you would have to have every parish taking care of themselves.
Eh?
With the governors, I think what you're suggesting is that every parish would have to take care of themselves.
It's not that way the way say it. Just like because okay, in America we have federalism,
And then you have the
state have a
states.
governor, there's state
Right.
rights and federal rights.
Right.
But there are stuff that the federal government can supersede, and whereas the state government, the state can make more laws than the federal government.
Right.
So it's a whole revolutionized thing.
Yeah, man. It would have
Before,
listen.
we could get there, they need to make the requisite change right now to first of all have an executive president rather than a figured president where the government in power will appoint a president because it is still watered down because you know the governor general just like we
I would
have
love to see.
in
I would love to
Barbados,
see.
governor general is gone, but that person became the president. They're just a figure. They're not. They have no
Yeah,
authority.
yeah. I don't want that style because I would love to see a president, as he said, where you vote directly for the president of
Right.
of
Executive
Jamaica.
president. An
Executive.
executive president.
Yeah, and then
Right. That's
you
what I
have
want.
the,
That's what
yeah.
I love to see. Because if you don't have, again, if you look at the Guyana model,
Yeah.
you can lose and the party can win in the legislature. His party winning or losing doesn't affect him whether he become president or not.
Right.
And so you can have counter. So let's say Andrew Owens was elected president, then the PNP could dominate the legislature, and then ministers would have to be chosen differently. Would not member parliaments would not be ministers anymore. They'd have to bring people from outside, like here, and they have to go through a confirmation process. I don't know if Jamaica ready for that and the costs involved. So, and in Guyana, even though they have an executive president, the president still chooses a prime minister. The prime minister doesn't have the power of the president, but the prime minister administers stuff. But you don't want it like that because So, what Al is saying have some credence to it, and validity, but that gonna take time, and does Jamaica have the kind of economy to drive that?
Listen. That would you see. Look at how they're trying to have the constitutional reform and all of that down there. And you see what I go through. You see the
Correct.
whole political posturing and because everything
Right.
that is done in Jamaica is done through the lens of politics,
Not only those parties, but party politics.
Yeah, so everybody is jockeying to see
Right.
how best they can come out
protect their
looking the
interest,
better
yes.
person. This one
Yeah.
want to be the one who implement this, and this one want to be the one who implement that. And if it's not me implementing it, I'm going to throw a spokes in your wheel, so you can move forward with it and all kind of nonsense. So,
Correct.
Yeah,
But
so-
you know what I would love to see now? What can happen right now, Chris? Right here now, right yes or no, as in Jamaica, in the politics, to see that the speaker is not from the party in power. If you could get somebody, an independent individual, worse to have a speaker and a prime minister, wife and husband, it couldn't have more conflict of interest or even the perception. No party. They should have somebody who has no allegiance to any party and can follow the rules of the parliament as a speaker. Because at the end of the day, don't tell me that the two of the most powerful positions in the government were the prime minister and the speaker. Don't tell me that Mrs. Collins is not ruling in favor of her husband. Come on, I can tell you all you want.
but the party, whether husband or wife, the party in power always have a speaker, and the speaker always rule in territory. Isn't that how it has always been?
That's what I'm saying.
For the party.
First with your wife and husband. That's what
But
I'm saying.
even the United
All
States
the
of
pillow talk that
America,
goes on at night time.
even the take out the that part of it out of it, the husband and wife thing. Even in the United States of America, the speaker comes from the ruling party. It's just so when you are in government, you just have certain perks. It's just what it is. You run things, you rule when you are in government, and that's why everybody wants to be in government, because when you're in government,
Chris,
you get to make the rules.
I don't necessarily, Chris. I just didn't say it, but it follows that I don't care for what we have here in the Congress, because you see what is giving us. You see what is going on.
So you believe that? So you believe that if we here in the United States, for example, should have a Speaker of the House from the opposing party, you think it would run better?
No, I'm not saying it. No. I'm not saying it should be from an opposing party.
Or you're saying like an independent?
Really no party allegiance. Yes, people gonna have them vote, but as independent they can and follow the rules. As it is right now, they're following the rules. As it is right now, the Congress and the Speaker has pretty much abdicated his responsibility as one arm of the government. They're not playing their role, the rules as they're supposed to do. They're not doing that, and so what we end up here with autocracy, because they're not checking the guy in the White House, which is what they're there for, and the court is a third arm, the judicial, and they're trying, and even them. And when they do check him, they're threatened. You can imagine you suing a judge, one arm of the government suing the executive, suing the judiciary, and carry a judge in front of his own judge. It's so daring they are. That's not how it is set up to be. You can't bring a judge in front of a judge because they rule and against you. They check you, which is where it's supposed to go, and that judge is following the rules. So the whole thing is a mess. If the whole checks and balance is not being carried out because the current speaker is in lock, stock and barrel with the guy in the White House, the whole thing muddled. You see? So in this case, it's good to have the opposing party in power to check the president. Yeah, as it is right now, they're not getting checked. They're just going along with them. They're just just like there's only two arms of government right now. And even as I said, if I did repeat, even the judiciary is not checking him as they ought to check him. And when they do, you see all kind of nastiness about them. Yeah. So, need an independent body, maybe a clergyman, somebody from the JC, Jamaica Council of Churches, on a rotation basis. Just like when we have ombudsman. That's the best closest you can get. And get out the partisanship out of it. And as I said to you, worse when your wife and husband. Oh, come on.
All right, deal.
Come on. Don't tell me that conversation I'm going to have on the pillow.
All right, my boss.
So it didn't go.
Yeah, man.
It's me again, Lord. I have a problem only you can answer. It's me again, Lord. I have a problem only you can solve.
This one is from Minister Denatra. Another one. Use me.
Oh, just use me in the way you want to use me. Oh, Lord, use me. Please, Lord, use me.
Yes, Lord, use me.
And set me where, Lord, you never said before. Oh, Lord, use me.
forget we're talking politics this evening. We're also talking about the schools in Jamaica turning away students because they say rules are rules. All right, so let me come back to Minister Denatra, but let me just show you something here and. Let's get to it. It's the hot topic, the hot topic. So, what's your take on this situation here? We have this young lady here from the Jamaica Star. She is asking people what they think about schools barring girls from wearing edges. Here's what.
We want to know.
It's girls tend to look at beauty and
Schools barring girls from wearing edges. Here's
We
what.
want to know.
Yeah.
it's girls more than education for the most part. Edges though, I don't think it's something that you need to ban because it's there. It's there. A little brush, a little comb. That's it. I don't think it's something that needs to be banned. It's a part of your whole makeup. So I don't think it's really necessary for you to ban it. I mean, you could put restrictions in the sense where girls start out yourself before you come to school, but banning edges that come like you're saying to ban a specific type of hairstyle, I don't think it's necessary.
I don't see the reason for it because I don't think the edges have anything to do with learning, to be honest. Because it's the same for me when I say I have to cut my hair in order to get into school, but I don't think that's something they should worry about.
Them is your kids. You understand? So they're not supposed to wear that to school. They don't school with me normal. That's all for big people like me.
I think that's ridiculous. Again, there's a lot of things that we could focus on. That should not be the priority. Education should be. It's a school. Come on. Yeah.
To be frank, the females, they look tacky. They don't look well groomed.
In my opinion, I don't believe that you should ban them for edges. As females, you want to feel confident, so you do a little edge to go to school, and that don't affect your learning, so I don't think that's a good idea.
There you have it. The majority of the public said left the girl them with them edges, but 2 people said curtain is for home, not for school. So until next time.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, one lady said it looked tacky. I don't like to see the edges. It's not something that I think it looks tacky for real. But outside of the fact that it looks tacky, what does it have to do with their education? And ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica. So Jamaica should have been one of the most disciplined society. Jamaica should have been one of the most disciplined society in the whole world. You know why? Because we have the strictest set of rules in schools. So why is it that we are so indisciplined in society? We force these rules on our students. We force these rules, push it down their throats. It's almost like once they go to school, they are in prison. And we believe that, rules are rules, and if you can't abide by the rule, find another school and go. That's the attitude of most Jamaicans. And them say, when they come out in a society, school teach you for conform, so when you come out in a society, you can conform. Let me ask everyone I know where listen to me right now. How much are you? How many of you are who you are now? I'm not talking about your education achievement. I'm talking about your discipline, how you act, how you behave, how you treat people. How many of you are who you are now because of school rules? Think about it. I am not who I am because of school rules. My education, maybe, yeah, I went to school, I get an education. But I am not who I am because they told me not to wear my hairstyle a certain way, not to wear this a certain way. You know where that came from? My home. My discipline came from my home. Came from my surroundings. It came from how I grew up. I had to go to church. I learned from my parents to respect elders. I learned to be a decent human being. I learned all of that. So, my surroundings growing up made me who I am today. Not no rule of school. So if school rules, and I don't think that people are making the connection, you know. I think everybody think that if these students, if you force these rules on them, it will discipline them and they will come out of school being a disciplined person. Look how much of people are to come out of school in discipline same way. Jamaica is one of the most indisciplined, disorderly society. But yet we have some of the strictest rules in schools. How is that a thing? And yet we don't see, it's like people believe that this is the way to go. It's more rules they want. They come out more indisciplined, but we have to find more rules. It's because we're not giving them more rules. It's not because we are lax, the rules are lax. So we have to find more draconian way to control these people. And every time you go a little bit further, the society get a little bit worse. Maybe we need to change the rules. It has nothing to do with the rules that they are making in schools. Has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the society and how you behave in society. We have to find a way to balance the thing out. I am not for no rules, but I am also not for stupid rules. Because some of these rules, them don't make no sense. And it's about control. It's not about anything else. It's just about control. So, I want to say 508-762-7621. 508-762-7621. Let me hear your thoughts on that.
To give to your children, Lord. Please use me, Lord, in where you want to use me, Lord.
It is Anything Thursday, you know. You can talk to me about anything else on your mind, you know, apart from the politics and the hot topic. It's Anything Thursday. What's on your mind? 508-762-7621.
And send me where, Lord, you never said before. Oh, Lord, choose me. Please, Lord, use me.
It is Minister Denadra, one after the other. 508-762-7621. Ah, yes, man. I'm in the mood to play some Denatra this evening, so I'm just playing Denatra. Wait a sec. Are you enjoying it? Minister Denatra.
And Lord, I have a problem only you can answer. It's me again, Lord. I have a
You are live on the radio. Good evening.
See, not nobody's calling, and rather you're having a monologue. Let me weigh in on it because I didn't speak to it.
Yeah.
Look, it's wrong what the school are doing, and the ministry already set the rules that should not happen. So why aren't you following the rules? They want the kids to follow the rules. But the ministry have rules that you should not do that. Look what is going on. Look what it caused. What good is there to put the child out? Come on. We must stop those kind of stuff and cooperate with the parents and find what's going on, whatever it is. Stop them kind of archaic nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, I don't know about you, but in the 70s when I was going to high school, I dated myself. It was the era of soul. I don't want the biggest afro.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving me a problem with that. I don't know if it's high school, and we're talking about these kids are high school kids or primary school kids.
High school.
There we go. There are times when I did not wear all khaki to school, and I wear a church pants, a khaki shirt, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't wear the requisite black shoes that is a school uniform. Nobody gave me a hard time.
I just think that
But I don't go to devotion. I don't go to devotion like that, and so on and so forth. You know, and the other guys in our time never necessarily wear that. I think after the first form, I stopped wearing epaulets. I didn't care for the epaulets. I don't wear them. So, say, okay, I'm breaking rules, but there are also reasons also why I couldn't do certain things. Financially, why? So my thing is, don't do that. Don't be putting the kids out. Get to the report to the parents. I've come to the parents, your kid, they hear a thing, and I don't know.
Here's how I view the thing. I don't believe that Jamaica is moving with the times, right? They are way behind, and they just I don't understand. I don't understand why it is that in 2025 we are still here with some relic of the colonial past that was handed down to us. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these are people just passing laws and rules in school just for passing rules' sake. There is no rhyme or reason. It's not like they are seeing any effects, any great effects of what they are doing. They're just passing these laws. Like, I saw one from St. Thomas. Girl she has in a weave, but apparently it's neatly done. It's not long. It's in a bun. You know what I mean? Nice weave, and they're saying that, hey, I'm not saying that they're supposed to break the rules. I'm saying if this is the rule of the school, follow the rule. That's what I am saying. My argument is, why are they making these kinds of rules in the first place? To put the burden on these students. That is my argument. So, for example, did you know that in schools in Jamaica, you can't wear China bump, your natural hair, you can't wear China bump? Some schools.
It was which is so absolutely ridiculous.
But I'm just trying to point out to you how ridiculous that. What harm is going to be done to a student wearing a China bump? How is that?
Should be encouraging that because they should be encouraging that people who
Because it's their natural hair.
Culture.
It's their natural hair. And if they wear,
you're not wearing some European hair, buying a European hair that is not yours. They should be encouraged. But you see, because these people are not in touch with their African roots, that's why they behave like that.
But and that's why I'm saying, it moved from one end of the spectrum, my brother, to the other end of the spectrum. So they can't wear China bumps. Some of them can't wear cornrows. Some of them can't weave any form of braid in their hair. No, it doesn't matter how tiny the braid is. They can't wear braid in their hair. They can't. Some of them tell you that.
I cannot believe that when I heard that.
Yeah.
Braid.
The video is on social media.
It's the same. What is at work here? The colonial thing just has not been broken yet.
Nope.
And those old rules that comes from colonialism is still in place, and Jamaica need to be weaned off that colonial breast. Need to be kicked out of the nest, like when you kick out the baby out of the nest and you go on your own. And so that's what's going on. Because the fact of the matter is, you couldn't want a person more should be doing, encouraging them to wear child bumps and braids and so forth, because that is the culture. It's pretty funny that, before I said that, obviously in high school, rules are laid out. Elementary school, I don't remember that. Them kind of stuff not happen. I don't know if it's happening now. So my thing is, the parents know the rules. So if there's something contravening the rules, you get to the parents. Find out if the parents is aware of it. We know children leave the house one way and then come to school a different way. And find out why. I used to see girls going to the girl restroom at school and change stuff. And see the parent know. And the parent need to find out, what is the issue with the not adhering to the rules? Because obviously the parents would have accepted the rules. They would have gotten it. We get that when we were entering high school, even before when we wanted to go and make contact with high school that we passed for and give everything. And things are always changing, and they can be lenient, but this whole thing about putting the child outside is absolutely ridiculous. And finally, I remember a time when for the girls high school, they were required to wear their uniform a certain length, not short, not too long. I think maybe just a little above the knee.
A little below the knee.
Right, you could see their knees, but nothing above that.
Right.
Then when that old Rasta movement started among girls in Jamaica, I don't know if school was going on. There are those who, to show their Rasta movement identity, were wearing long skirt. They were wearing a uniform was not on their calves. And they were wearing the shoes that they're wearing, even though maybe the color of the shoes that the school prescribed was shoes don't have the heel shoes. They were wearing what we used to call wedge heel, all in one, because I was identifying with that movement, all in one bottom, and so forth. And that was not accepted. So your skirt too long. Well, see what has moved. It is turned around now, where because the short skirt movement is happening in Jamaica with girls because they want to show more skin. Just like, I don't even know, there was a time when there was a no pocket day in Jamaica among girls, and no pocket day means, I think it was a Wednesday, when the girls' uniform, especially those with side pockets,
Yeah, man, they used to have all kind of things, man.
had no bottom. So the guys then put their hand, you know what happened.
Yeah, man.
And the girls were entertaining this, and they found out. So I said, listen, so therefore now they say, skirt too short. They lower it now. I said, below your knee. Yeah. I said,
Here's what I think should happen.
You have to lower the skirt below your knees.
I
So,
think
again,
that
it's constant change.
I think that they need to make rules, moderate rules. Nothing too extreme and nothing too lax. Make some moderate rules and stick to it. Right? And then you say, well, then listen, these are some moderate rules, and you know what I mean? Everybody should be able to follow these rules. You know, make it a general rule. But when you have, like last year, I saw they sent home a young man for a haircut. Nice, groomed. The guy's hair was not high. It was just a little fade, and him here nicely groomed. And they send home the guy, say him here too high. And I'm like, what?
Again, here we go. So nobody bothered us in the 70s when we were wearing afro. Nobody bothered us.
But that's what I'm saying.
I remember wore afro.
I remember going to school, right?
And I had to cut my hair to get the size afro. So we'll just show how long my hair was.
Yeah. I remember when I was going to school, right, in the 80s. And we used to have a lot of different hairstyles. You used to have high top. You used to have the low fade. You used to have so many different kinds of hairstyles, and nobody bothered us. And we never turned out worse than nobody else because your hairstyle does not define who you are as an individual. It doesn't determine what you are going to become in life. It's just ridiculous nonsense what they're doing right now.
But you know, Chris, another thing, the teachers today come from this era of change. Think about the teachers who are teaching now. They want to hold people.
So why are they? So what is happening in the schools? Why is it that we still have that mentality, that this draconian thing going on, where they feel like the students are some properties that must adhere to, rules are rules?
That's a good question, because that's the only thing about it. These teachers are not, the average teacher right now. Think about how old they are, and when they grew up, and when they were going to high school and college. So I don't understand. I don't.
I don't get it either, my brother.
You have many principals who are principals for the alma mater, the school they attend. My school was one of them. St. Jago High School, about two. One currently right now where they attended. St. Hugh's. So I don't get it. These are not old. These are not teachers from the old era. These maybe we call young hip teacher. I see what teacher on Facebook.
But I think them believes that
how sexy she is and how she dress outside of school.
Yeah, them believes that they're pitting them enough to dress like how them address. So I don't know. I don't know the mentality.
And this school, we need to remember that like the weave in our bun. Come on.
I hear them talking about.
I should let it down. It's not bun. I'm sure recognizes. That's quite okay. I mean, what about for Indian who have long hair put our hair in a bun? Which we had at school. Indian girls at school. They never let down them hair. They put it in a bun or a ponytail. What's wrong with that? Plus.
But you know the funny thing. You know the funny thing about that. You know the funny thing about that.
They have a life out of school.
The Indians, a lot of the Indians used to wear them hair long, and nobody not trouble them,
The guys.
Even the females, they used to wear them hair long, catch them down at them bottom, I used to see it, Indian girls,
no,
but
sir, there was one.
but guess
I
what?
was in my batch. Yeah, tiny.
Yeah,
She
but
had
guess
more hair
what?
than her size, and she catch her way down, and she wear it. But there are others who put it
In the bun, yeah. No, I say
Right.
that to say this, that the Indians, or they would be a here, however they wanted it to, but the black picnic them couldn't wear them here. Certain of them couldn't wear them here the way how they wanted. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why they bother the Indian them. Trying to remember the Chinese one. We have a Chinese one. I don't remember the Chinese girl, my Chinese guy. But it again, the average teacher in Jamaica right now, the era they grew up in, I can't believe that they're doing this. It's ridiculous. But have conversation with the parents. Don't be putting your child outside.
Yeah.
That's the last thing teachers should want to do.
All right, my brother. Thanks for the
Yes.
call.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Oh, thank you, Jesus, for working it out, working it out. I know.
Mr. Morgan, big up yourself, my brother. What a god.
Rough time in your life. I know you're going through your pain. Sometimes it seems far-fetched, but my God is
When a child is turned away from class for a minor infraction, they're not learning discipline, What they're learning is that they are denied an education from school. That's what they're learning. They also learn that appearance matter more than opportunity. That's what they're learning. And the Ministry of Education cannot continue, in my opinion, to defend policies that prioritize conformity over learning. The Ministry of Education cannot continue. They can't continue this way to defend these stupid policies that is prioritizing conformity over learning. And I want to tell you that true discipline is not about policing uniforms or hairstyles. It is about teaching self-control, respect, and civic responsibility. If you know Jamaica's history, you would know that Jamaica has some positive examples of uniformed youths or youth groups like the Scouts and Cadets and so on. And these groups, they succeed not because of punishment, but because of structure, mentorship, and belonging. Now, by contrast, many school rules, as I say before, are relics of colonialism, disproportionately targeting African hairstyles and enforcing superficial order. These rules, my friends, they alienate students instead of guiding them. Now, what the Ministry of Education must do, is some serious reforming. They need to reform the school discipline policies to ensure that no student is denied access to education for non-academic infractions. They also need to shift the focus from appearance to character, embedding conflict resolution, emotional intelligence, and civic duty into the curriculum. They also need to replace punitive enforcement with mentorship, recognizing that discipline is most effective when rooted in respect and guidance. And ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Education need to review outdated discriminatory rules, ensuring cultural inclusivity and fairness. And my final word, the evidence is undeniable. Jamaica's draconian school rules have not created a disciplined society. Instead, they have produced resentment, exclusion, and disconnection. The Ministry of Education must act. We do not need stricter rules. We need smarter, more humane approaches to discipline. Only then can our schools nurture the kind of citizens Jamaica desperately needs. Thoughtful, responsible, and truly disciplined. This is where we leave you for another week. Thank you. This has been the Chris Whilby Show, the international show with Jamaican vibes. I will be back here this Sunday for the Gospel Show. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. Take care of your beautiful, beautiful selves. Well, good. I'm out of here.
For I did not walk alone. Yeah, I must feel His presence near me, and His arms around me thrown. Then my soul shall fear no evil. Let Him lead me where He will. I will go without a murmur, at His footsteps follow still. Oh Jesus, I must have, oh yes I must, that same